You will take the Dalek factor. You will spread it through the entire history of Earth.
Hello and welcome back to another Doctor Who related video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this marvellous set, which is in fact the Dalek Emperor and Throne Room playset, which has been designed by Greens3d Design. Now this, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest sets ever made by a fan. I never thought I would be owning something like this whatsoever. It's something that, you know, we may never ever see from something like character options, just due to the fact it would cost a fortune to make, and the fact that so many fans now who have 3D printers to their disposal. It's just an amazing idea that you get these kind of companies and fans out there making products like this for saddos like myself to spend the money on. Greens3d has made several Doctor Who products in the past, including different versions of the Emperor from Time Lord Victorious, as well as the comic version from the 1960s. They are so cool. I would highly recommend looking at his Instagram page and his Etsy store for more information about those products when they become available again. And just like everything else that's on his store, this is where I got the Emperor and the Throne Room. Usually you can get them together for about £110 from what I can remember, or you can get them separately, with the Throne Room being £45 and the Emperor Dalek himself being £70, so it's kind of justifiable. And so as usual, I would start the video by taking a look at the packaging, but because it just came in a shipper box, there's nothing really to look at. You know, everyone knows what a cardboard box looks like, so we're going to skip from that and dive straight into the Dalek Emperor. So taking a look at the Dalek Emperor, it is absolutely superb. The sheer amount of detail that's been put into this is just absolutely amazing. Well, from what I can see, this version of the Emperor is slightly bigger than the NDW design version that I got a few years ago, and it doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. I thought originally it would be roughly around the same size, but when receiving this, I realised that the difference between the two is quite noticeable. So, starting from the head, you have the dome, which has been painted in this lovely cream colour, as well as the eye stalk, which has been changed this time around. It's a lot longer on this version, and it's not as noticeable when you're showing it from the front, but I think from the sides it is a tad bit noticeable, and it could have been shortened just a bit, but again, it's only a minor nitpick. The eye stalk itself has been cast in this glossy black colour, with the front of the eye being painted in silver, with a clear perspex disc inside. Now, there is a reason why that's there, so we'll get onto that in a minute. The little stripe sections going down have all been painted black, with the crown parts going around the head being painted in this off-white colour. Again, it just looks amazing. You would probably think, well, isn't the prop supposed to be silver? Well, technically, yeah, it should be, but fans have always sort of argued what colour the actual prop was, whether it was silver, whether it was white, whether it was grey, whether it was off-white. No one could really tell. I mean, I personally think it does look silver, but from what we've got here, it doesn't really bother me that we've got a slight colour variation here. And then moving down to the main body of the piece, again you have this lovely off-white greyish colour painted to the body, as well as the black sections being painted in a matte black. You've also got the larger hemispheres going around the bottom that have been painted in this lovely gloss black colour. Again, there's no paint bleeds here, and you've got all the panelling details going up the skirt. It's just so detailed, and I absolutely love it. And then taking a look at the smaller hemispheres, they have also been painted in this orangey yellow colour. It looks really nice, and again, there doesn't seem to be any paint bleeds here whatsoever. So there is a decent feature on this model, which is in fact that this Emperor can light up. So by activating the lights, you simply take off the head, and there is a little panel and you'll follow these two wires to a battery compartment with a switch on it. Turning it on will illuminate the top section of the Dalek. Now this, I just think, is such an amazing feature for a model, and to be fair, for £70, I would argue to say that is very justifiable, because I think this model, the fact that this is something that if they were doing back in the early 2000s, we possibly would have seen this, but alas, we never did. And it's now up to fans like Greens3d Design making things like this, and I absolutely love this little add-on bonus. And like I said, the figure itself has got articulation, just like the NDW Design variant. The head can rotate a full 360, and you've got articulation in the eye. So now moving on to the throne room itself. Now this is something that isn't a necessity that you have to buy, you can just have the Emperor on his own, but this was something that I thought, wow, I need this because, you know, you can't have the Emperor Dalek without his throne room. This set is pretty cool as well, you know, again, it's very detailed and everything, and it's easy to construct. You get 4 walls as well as the throne base, which is again really nicely detailed. You basically have magnets to hold 2 of the walls together, and you also have these 2 additional walls to add on to. It is recommended that you actually glue these walls together because unfortunately they don't really stand up well on their own, but it is optional for fans. If you have the space to display it like this, then I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, due to lack of space, I can't really display it at the moment, and it's a huge shame, but again, a nice little add-on. There's a sheer amount of detail that's gone into this with all the little triangular pieces going along up the wall, as well as some of the sections of the wall having the little pipes running through it. It just looks brilliant. The design of the set is so iconic. The walls themselves have been painted silver, and there's not a lot more to say apart from the fact that they just look so cool. And then quickly taking a look at the base itself, the throne, or whatever you want to call it. This is just a basic triangular piece with 6 magnets on the back to attach to wall sections, and when fully constructed, it just looks amazing, with your Daleks and Emperor as well. And like I said, you do have several options of how you want to display these figures, whether you want it with all 4 walls or just with 2. It's just super, super exciting to be a fan these days when you're getting products like this made by fans. So overall, I just think this set is absolutely brilliant. I think if you really want a Dalek Emperor, then I would highly recommend checking out his Instagram page for updates of when these products are going to be available again, because unfortunately both the Emperor and the throne room are unavailable at the moment. But do keep checking his Instagram as well as his website that he has, and hopefully there will be an update of when they're going to be happening soon. The Emperor Dalek just looks superb. Greens3d has done a much better paint job than what I'd achieved on my first model. And the throne room diorama itself, another nice add-on for your Daleks to be displayed with. And I really can't recommend this set enough. I just think if you're a fan of Daleks or you're a fan of the story, I would highly recommend going out there and trying to track down this set. So that's pretty much it for now. I just wanted to show off this amazing custom, and I would highly recommend trying to buy this or any other of his products. I just think they are superb, and they are the best of quality. I've never seen anything else like it. And yeah, I can highly recommend you going out and buying this set if you have the money for it. So that's pretty much it for this review. So hopefully in the future I'll be doing more reviews on customs and whatnot. But until then, thank you for watching this review, and bye for now.